It's a stunning morning, and I decided to sail off anchor this morning. First job, of course, mainsail up. The boom is over so that the sail is not quite dead into wind. It will start providing a little bit of forward momentum as soon as I've got it set. And the wheel is centered, so that momentum is going to drive me towards the anchor, which is about 20-30 meters ahead of the boat. I can take my time, it's not going quickly. Move the wheel over, quarter turn, get the boat moving forwards so it's not going towards shore. Engine on so that I can operate the windlass. And then, as you can see now, the sail is not providing any drive anymore. We're now dead into wind. And I'm taking up the slack in the anchor chain now. Boat's still moving forward, of course, it's still carrying that momentum, so at some point soon the chain will go tight and the bow will swing round back towards the anchor again. As you can see, the sails is currently providing a bit of drive as well. And there we go, anchor chain's tight, bow's coming round. You'll notice I pause whenever the chain gets tight. And the anchor is off the bottom now. The bow is moving away from where I'm anchored, so I know the anchor's off the bottom. Wind is providing drive again. You notice I haven't got the kicker set, so the sail is actually lifting the boom. Just takes a little bit of the potential power out if I do get a gust. She won't go rocketing forwards. And that's it, anchor up. Wheel over to port. Bow will start coming around to port as soon as the sail's providing enough drive. So bring the sail in a little bit and off we go. Engine off, don't need that anymore. Letting the sail out as the bow's coming round. Put the kicker on, stop that squeaking. Autopilot on, and time to get the generator out, I think. And away we go. Well, we've been going for 2 hours now, and we've gone about a mile. There is Virtually no wind at all, not enough to register. I've been enjoying just relaxing for a little bit. Loads of boats everywhere, but everyone's motoring apart from me. Can't blame them. I'll probably give it another hour. If we haven't at least got enough wind to do a knot, then I will put the engine on. So today's route is a little more challenging than usual. We're making our way, I zoom out, making our way into here. We'll anchor either in here or around here. There's going to be some southerly and easterly wind tonight, so I want to make sure I'm sheltered from that. But as well as that, it's a bit shallow in here, and to get in we're going to take this route, this twisty little route down here. That's about about 1.5 miles, 2 miles, and then we'll anchor up either down here or in here. I want to have a look in here, but then to get out we need to follow this route down here and out, and then the next stop will be Germany. I might come up to the north and anchor up for a night and then head round to Kiel the next day. We'll see, but that's the rough plan. Looking forward to getting in here actually, especially with the conditions we've got at the moment. Unfortunately it's going to be motoring all the way from the look of it. Anyway, there we are. En route, under motor. Shame about that really. It would have been nice even at 1 knot. It's only about 3 miles to here, a bit less. Could have quite happily done that at 1 knot. Oh well. In the usual turn of events, just get into the mouth of the channel and the wind picks up right when I don't need it. That's the North Cardinal that marks the start of the channel. The channel kind of goes down the middle of there somewhere. I'm just looking for the first green, at which point I'll turn and start heading down the channel. It's out there somewhere, I know it is. It's 5 meters of water here, and out there just to my right it's 2 meters, possibly less. I could go straight across it but yeah, no need to take risks. Just spotted the green, so I'm going to turn 20 degrees and head over towards the right hand side of that, because just the other side of the green there it's less than 2 meters, but the chart says 1. Just spotted the next green up ahead. So my job is basically to follow the greens in, stay on that side of the channel. It does get quite narrow, so there's a few places where if there's something bigger coming the other way it might be challenging, but we'll see. Lots of little bends and kinks in it as well. Lots of German boats down here. That's pretty much all I've seen. See very little else but Germans. I've come across this guy 2 or 3 times so far while I've been sailing around, but unfortunately he only speaks German. He doesn't speak any English at all, hardly. Feels quite strange navigating a narrow channel with only the channel markers. You normally have some kind of visual reference point, land nearby, but not here. Not seen that before. The cones on top of the post are made of brushes. Getting shallower, 4 meters of water now. Still following the channel markers. So many swans here, hundreds of them. It's a pink channel marker. What does pink mean? That one's just for girls. Ooh, is that sexist? Here we are. Anchored in 3 meters of water. The wind is coming from the west at the moment, but it's supposed to swing to the southeast during the night, and given that we're set fast in mud in 3 meters of water, don't think we'll be going anywhere somehow. Well, that was a definite no. No sooner than I got the anchor down, I'd already been bitten 2 or 3 times by mozzies, and they were everywhere. So I've got the anchor straight back up and I'm off. Now find somewhere else. Horrible things. Didn't fancy spending a night with them for company. Looking out at anchorages today. I'm heading for Bondebyen. Don't know, probably destroyed that name. There's an anchorage just outside, or I could go on to the town quay. Haven't decided yet. I'll probably give the anchorage a try. The only downside is that the wind is supposed to blow from east stroke southeast stroke south tonight. I know it's hard to believe at the moment. There's not even the faintest breath of wind, but if it does, it's not an ideal place to be. However, I could always just move on to the town quay later on. We'll see how I feel. I guess actually it depends on how good the holding is. It's not deep. I'll be anchored in 2 or 3 meters of water, so if I put all my anchor chain out, God. Can't see me moving even in a gale. Should be fine. Got the anchor down just in time. One could say perfect timing. Isn't exactly the most ideal anchorage. The winds come round to the southeast, and it's getting a bit bouncy. To its advantage though, I've got more than 10:1 scope out because it's only 3 meters deep where the anchor is. It's 4 meters deep where I am at the moment. I'm going to be gently bounced to sleep tonight. Good night all. The sun is setting and it's time to depart. Heading for Germany. Next stop, Kiel. So it's an overnight sail. Should arrive sometime after dawn, and the winds that we had earlier have died down. I've been delaying the departure, waiting for the wind gusting to stop. The gusts were quite intense. The mean wind speed wasn't so bad, it was 15-20 knots, but the gusts were up in the 30s at times, and it was quite fluky, quite unpredictable, so I didn't fancy putting myself through that. And I'm going to get out of here because the mosquitoes have started arriving. I had fun with them last night. The inside of the boat this morning looked like a battle zone with dead mosquitoes everywhere. I deeted the whole boat. So, right, get my life jacket on, get the anchor up and get out of here. Good morning. Sun's going to come up in the next hour or so. We're almost there. About 3 miles to go. Just put the engine on because we're coming across the top of the shipping lanes. There is a little bit of traffic about, not a huge amount. Absolutely gorgeous night. Can't even begin to tell you how phenomenal it was. Saw 3 bright green flashes of meteors. One of them so bright it lit up the deck. Shooting stars, the Milky Way. The moon was like Sauron's eye peering through the clouds on the horizon, and there were thunderstorms way off in the distance. There's the sun. Perfect timing. That's the anchor down. There's the marina. Be going in there a bit later on. Probably worth me waiting for a few people to leave. So I'll go in the middle of the day. The next job, I'm not in Denmark anymore, so I need to swap that courtesy flag out. better. Oh, new country ritual. High five. Love you, Gigi. Sorry, Mads, couldn't resist.
Lay awake until the morning in an ocean so deep. Got a feeling like I'm dauntless whenever you're next to me. 'Cause I've climbed higher than I could dream of. Now using wires, I know I'm falling free. You set me off into emotion where I can just be me. You give a little, but you give